Jim, welcome to this week's episode of Fantasy Top Deck Building Series, co-hosted by Carpenter with myself and the best big brain frog in the game, HK. Today we are welcomed by special guest Djenn. HK, how are you? And then we'll pass to Djenn.
Yeah, doing good. It's been a bit busy week at work, but yeah, finally the weekend. So yeah, doing well.
Absolutely. How are you, Djenn? Thank you for coming on. And
Oh my God. Thank you guys for having me. I can't imagine a better way to start a Saturday at 7:19 a.m. No, but seriously, thank you guys for thinking of inviting me. Like you know me. I'm just like frolicking off in the lurking of crypto Twitter. And so I was like, oh, they would want me on this? Sure. Like, why not? Like, sounds fun. It's been a minute since I've played fantasy too. So I'm looking forward to some alpha and some help to get my ass back into submitting for tournaments.
let's go. And like we were talking about right before the briefing before the show, is Djenn not only has the fact that she hasn't played, she also has this amazing portfolio that has just been. Yes, she. Your guys, those who farm and play, you wouldn't have been doing as well if Djenn would have played her decks.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get you printing.
Oh, you guys got to help me figure out what to burn and what to upgrade and what to eat.
Heck yeah.
No, definitely.
It's gonna be a great episode. So we'll jump in. HK, is there anything you want to touch on before we jump into the meat of the show?
Nothing much. I guess I'll just cover some of the most recent things, right? So Everman Nest did mention that he's created a card holder group, which I posted last night. So if you hold Everman Nest's card, just join the Telegram and he'll post whether he's active in the tournament, right? Aside from that, yeah, Merp went back to private yesterday, I think, so won't be an ideal pick at 3-star. But yeah, aside from that, it's pretty much the same. It's going to be a tough tournament because there's not many good 1-2-star heroes. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, nothing much other than that. Looking forward to getting through Jenn's portfolio and seeing what moves she can make.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I'm really looking forward to this one. I have been since, and huge shout out to 710 for starting this up and getting the because he's like, hey, let's get Djenn on, and yeah, and I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. Like, I've been excited since he sent us that DM, and again, I want to thank you again, Djenn, for coming on.
Oh my God, no, thank you. You guys are about to help me turn my tournament participation around. I'm hype.
Let's go.
Heck yes. All right, we'll switch views here. Let's go like this and this. We'll pull up. Let me fix this a little bit. But yeah, if you we have Jenn's portfolio up while I'm kind of fixing this so we can see better. Save, update. The perks of a live stream.
Let's go.
All right, so there we have, as you see, so one thing I noticed when I look at this, as you guys, I talked about yesterday and the weeks prior, about who I was looking to pick up. Jez has been crushing it, right? People are starting to finally realize Jez is a thesis god.
He's
much,
a
right?
legend.
Yep.
Jez is super smart, one of the best angel investors in the space, and just one of the best degens in the space, quite frankly.
Absolutely. And was the reason you picked up these back when you played?
Yeah.
What you were going for?
Yeah. I think I really like following really smart accounts. So that's why it's at one point I made an epic tang. That's why I have 2 rare stats. I think CL's a mix between a shit poster and also really strong thesis degen guy. But yeah, that's why I was I used to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like CL's kind of like been pretty consistent posting. Never really takes a tournament off, but
Mm,
has a pretty high ceiling. So yeah, it's still a decent card.
let's go. And then like the bonk bot guy, you know,
Yeah.
like now that he's got some P&Ls to share, I should probably start playing him.
Especially ICO. ICO is like the new Greg in Anthem. He's one of the top
Yeah.
3 heroes,
ICO
and
Beast is just goated.
that's such a beast card. And like the thing is, probably last time you played Jazz and um, NFT stats were kind of lower, like closer to the floor cards. They're not anymore. They're mid fluent. So like they're very high up. They're very consistent. They're a huge part of like my farming
Strategy.
strategy, and so they're Jez especially. They're top. He is the PFP's always mess with me. He's always at like right around the fit in the top 50, which is really nice. Especially when you have an epic, that's gonna print, 13, 12 to maybe 1,500 points a week. So that's an awesome base for any deck right there.
I was just gonna say, so do you know Teng Yan? If you click his card, he's actually done pretty well lately.
Mm.
I know he's been ranking a bit low in the past, but you can see that he's kind of like slowly
Uh,
moving up now.
He's like
He-
really, I think since he pivoted from doing research at
Yeah,
Delphi, I know he's been like really focusing on AI. So that this makes sense to me.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it reminds me of Taiki how he switched from
Mhm.
DeFi to a fart
Fartcoin?
coin. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he just started blowing up with his fantasy, right? But yeah, I'm monitoring his card actually. I'm thinking, if he has a few good weeks, maybe I pick one up. But yeah, Jen's already ahead of us with that epic.
Let's go.
Nice. If you just scroll down, let's see which other commons you have.
yeah, because we can. So are you the kind of the
Oh,
Oh
question we
wow, you got
asked?
Rasma. Rasma 5-star. Wow,
Whoa,
that's
let's go.
that's a pretty big card for this week.
Yeah, it is. And so,
Ah,
kind of how we start when we asked, like when we had Clem and Ray on, is are you looking more for kind of do what Clemente did, which is find a deck that you can play every week that's just going to kind of like compete with the top, or you want to have like decks that you can just kind of throw into like and farm, or you want to compete for top spots?
oh, that's interesting. So I think I'm actually more interested in farming. But like if there is like a one all-star deck where it's like Jen, you could probably place like pretty decently if you play this deck over and over again, then like
I,
I wouldn't mind just like entering that in to compete and then
yeah,
build like two or three farming decks.
So yeah, maybe a hybrid. Which looking at your
Let's
inventory, that could
I'm
be
like,
definitely
how
happening.
have I done? Can't you see
yeah.
Yep.
If you go to
Go
profile,
to your portfolio.
performance?
Yep.
yep.
Oh, so you
Uh,
haven't been out that long.
30, so right. So if you just click on the last tournament, you can just see like how you did and what sort of decks.
0.08 ETH is good.
Yeah, yeah, you've got some good cards. I think
Yeah.
let's just see what. Yeah, you have to go continue at the bottom, like right at the bottom it says continue, and then you can see how your
Uh,
decks play. Ah, right. So you went elite last time with your rares and epics. Okay, okay. Looks
And
pretty.
the only thing I've seen in there is that's also changed. You've had some heroes that went way up, like the Jez from where you bought them.
mhm.
Uh, Thread guy is kind of like is in like unknown territory, right?
Yeah.
He was a super banger hero. Then he was AFK for a while. Now he's like we don't know. um, so yeah, it's a riskier play, but it's definitely a great card to have, especially a rare.
Well, and then what if I like put that in reverse? Or would I be fucked if he tweeted if I
You'd
put
be
his
effed, yeah. Well, the nice thing about being
Yeah,
rare is so you can play reverse before when they first announced it, you could only do commons, right? But now you can do each deck can have up to one of each rarity
better. Yeah.
other than
Mm.
commons. And then so how it works is like whatever multiplier they get in regular, they get that, but you divide it instead of times it. So it
So you're
actually
saying I should play my legendary card in reverse, intentionally not tweet Monday through Thursday, and I cook in reverse.
Yeah, you'll
Yep.
probably do well. Yeah, with your legendary
Yep.
card, like even
Yep.
even if you post, I think like even if you post and get 100, your legendary card because you get a
Keep
multiplier.
using it.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you get 100 points, you probably get like 20 if it's a
Yep.
legendary card. So you also get a multiplier on your card basically. So you, so I mean, Clemente uses his legendary to do well in elite. You can use it to do the opposite, right, and do well in reverse, right? So there's there's definitely ways to definitely play.
Got
uh, play. I just need the comment zero divided by zero. But if you post, you're gonna score something, right? More than zero. So, uh, yeah, you can definitely play it for reverse. At least it gives you that advantage because you know you're not gonna post.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, you can. It depends. Like when you feel like posting, I feel like your card can hold value if you know tell holders that you're gonna post this week. Maybe some content is coming through, right? Then you might be like the best 1 star if you have some content coming through. However,
See, and that's kind of the best strategy that we've seen even Evan Van Ness kind of take over as of yesterday, is the Makesy strategy, which is 1 week on, 1 week off, to where you post, and so you're going to score higher. Clearly,
Mhm.
like we were talking before the show, if you post earlier in the tournament, the better it does. So you get up to like a 3 to 5 star on the week you post, and then you say, okay, I'm not going to post the next week, right? So you're a 3 to 5 star that is now fills up a good chunk of stars in reverse. Don't post that week, and then that also helps colored holders, helps yourself because those people, the heroes that do that, their card prices go up because it's farmable, right? So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
more cards getting bought and sold, the more
Are
revenue.
people still using Huddle?
no.
No, it Blast Gold. It kind of went away. I did 710 did say yesterday. There's gonna be new modes, and PvP was brought up
Yeah,
into that actual
I,
app.
I
Because
think
I liked Huddle because it was like all the card holders in one
Yep.
place, and
true.
if
Yeah.
they
Oh, you're
look,
talking about the chat for the
yeah,
chat, not
Uh,
the
yeah.
yeah. I'm wondering if that chat. I think the chat is the chat feature still up, HK, or do we know?
I don't. I think Hodl hasn't really. I don't think people use it anymore, right?
Oh, okay,
I
so
think
even if it was up,
partly
no one would
they were
be using
kind
it.
of reliant on getting that support from like having Blast Gold come in,
hmm
bringing that incentive to use it. But I think then it became tough. I'm not really sure. I've DM'd the founder a few weeks ago. He hasn't replied, so I'm assuming they're not really working on it at the moment. I just want to say on the Evan Van Ness thing, I think everyone's assuming he's going to do 1 week posting and 1 week he's not. So the
Mm.
Makesy strategy, he hasn't specifically said he's going to do that. He said, I'm creating a Telegram chat just so that everyone knows the weeks
Oh
that I'm
yeah,
not going to post. So he's not going to be like that guaranteed Makesy 1 star,
true.
5 star, right? He's going to be maybe 1 2 star,
Off
maybe
and
1 week,
on.
or then 4 star the next week. So I think before we get ahead ourselves and say, well, there's going to be two guaranteed, it's going to make it a bit boring. I don't. He's just basically saying I'm
Yeah,
creating a Telegram chat to tell my holders that I'm not going to post this week, or I am going to post this week. So, um, we're not. I don't. I've seen a lot of people say that it's going to ruin the game. Everyone's he's doing Mexi point two, and if everyone does that, then it's going to become a bit boring and it won't become challenging, which I get. I agree with that as well. However, if you look at his Telegram, he just said, I'm going to let you know which weeks I'm
oh
not going to be
yeah.
posting. And that's just like any hero chat, right? Like WoW does it as well. WoW has a hero chat where she tells us weeks that she's not going
Oh
to
crap! I need to get into that hero
be
chat.
that active. So I don't see how it's different to that. So before anyone starts uh, saying, it's going to destroy the game or anything like that, I think Evan's not exactly going to be doing the 1 week on and off. Like he might take 2 weeks off, or he might take
Got it.
3. So yeah, I just thought I'll throw that out there before we get on to back to Jen's decks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Because yeah, um, he did say, like you were saying, it was going to be weeks he had if he had something to say or not. Now, did he say? Well, I better leave because he wants people to share the information into the.
Yeah,
into
if
the
if
chat. But
if you really want to know if he's going to post or not, just join the Telegram. You
yeah,
probably don't even have to be a holder at this rate, because it's just
no, he just
open.
wants you to retweet. Is what we were kind of he was
It's
saying
it's
yesterday.
it's an open join if you wanna, right? It's on my post, so you can see it. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention that because I think a
Good
lot of
point.
people are gonna ask. But yeah, back to Jen's port. I think Jen's done well to have, she's got a good few rare cards. So I like Thread Guy,
Mm. I
because I
like
think
Tyler D as well.
he kind of hinted that he's gonna start posting again, like a bit more on his latest post. Tyler D's quite good. Deez is one of the most consistent heroes, like literally for the last year, right? And then you got Marusha as well, which is pretty decent. So I think you've got a few solid rare cards. Um,
Mhm.
and then I've noticed you've also got quite a few like 8 stars, right? Based 16, he's pretty solid, right? GG's pretty solid as well. Have you got Yeah, you've got a few. I noticed you had a Rasma as well. Like Rasma's a 5 star this week.
Yeah, that's.
That's going to be
I
a
almost
really
wonder
good
if she
card.
can't get into a bronze with
I'm,
that or
I
silver.
was thinking maybe she can get a silver deck, a solid
Yeah.
silver deck in. So Jen, if you just go to like silver competitions and look at the silver
All
league,
right, let's.
let's see what you can do here.
And then also, correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of said you also wanted help with like which cards to get rid of, which cards to pick up, and
Yeah,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like if you guys think there's fat on my port that I could cut,
Yeah,
like
Yeah, no,
I
definitely.
want to
there
cut the
definitely
fat.
is.
I want to burn that fat, you know?
Yeah, Jim sees it.
No, definitely. I think yeah. So is this silver? I think yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yep,
Um. Okay. So what I was
definitely
thinking
put that
is,
Rasmer in.
I was
Okay,
thinking
get the
put
raspberry.
and get the NFT stats in as well. The rare NFT
Yeah.
stats. And get the rare NFT stats in. Yeah, that's okay. So you've got 13 stars to play with now. Could you
What is
scroll
Jez
down?
this week?
I want to see what sort of low star heroes you have, because that kind of dictates how you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you got
Ooh, I
CBB
like
as well. Wow.
CBB at 4. Yeah, I'd
I
put
would.
Yeah.
that in.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Oh wait, no,
Uh,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
I feel you haven't got enough low star rares to make it
Yep.
work. I would say go Apex 3 star. If you go
All
up, you can see his card,
right, let
because
me.
Apex said he's gonna post. Now, obviously, we can change it around
Wait,
if you go up a bit. I think he's
where?
a bit higher. There he
There
is,
he is.
top right there. And then if now let's scroll right to the top, because you need to pick 2 rares. Um,
Oh, so this
What's
is
I think
yeah.
Jez at
um.
6, and
So
then D's.
how
Oh,
many
she has
stars do you
10
have
left, not
left?
11. She
10
has 10
left.
left.
Right. Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
why I
I
did
could
say
do a 6 and a 5, right?
I can't. I'm gonna have
I
to
can't
zoom
tell if
in a bit.
that's. Do you have? Is that 13 or 12 stars that you have there?
13. No, I have
Okay,
10.
so you have
I have 10.
10. Yeah, so you can do a 5 and a
Right.
5 or a 6 and a 4.
So I would
So
go Tyler
I would
D
say
and
D.
D's. Tyler D and D's. That would be like,
Yep. Oh yeah,
yeah,
easy. Yeah, that's
easy.
easy.
Yeah, that's a easy. That's a good deck.
I'm not entering silver this week because Jen's
Now,
gonna take.
the reason why I did say CBB is because I knew she didn't have a good 3 or
You're
4
right.
star rare, which is why I was
Yep.
like, if she put CBB in, then you could have made that Tyler D's work. So with the Apex, he's been pretty active, and Rasmus probably your best, probably top 2 5 star alongside Lucas, right?
Oh, easy.
I think that deck has potential to do. I know I'm keep competing against you, but I've got
Oh,
to say that's probably better than a lot of my decks.
Well, it's better than any of mine I put into silver.
I
That's why
don't
I might just farm with all mine this week.
I don't have Rasmus, which is the issue, and I don't want to buy him at 0.12 ETH. But you've
No.
got the card. Uh, your challenging deck this week, as in competing for the top spots in silver. I think that's pretty good.
oh, damn.
Yeah,
No
you
problem.
really will
Damn,
be.
thanks, guys. Good
Oh,
to.
we're just getting started too.
Oh my
See,
god.
what this reminds me of is like when you first open your port. I'm sure. So, like when you go back after years and years and years, and you look at your old Pokemon collection or whatever, and you have all these
Yeah,
great cards that you forgot you had. That's kind of
Yeah,
like what it was looking at this, right? Like your portfolio. Like, dang, you have all these amazing cards that
I know.
I don't
I
know
was
why this
just
just made me think
hoarding
of it.
cards when I was playing, like literally just hoarding them. So
It's paying off too, because
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
you're gonna print big time
this
with it.
is
yeah.
great.
That deck alone, I think, has to get ETH, right? Because all of them are
Oh,
pretty
easy.
active. They're pretty active, and I definitely think it's a top 100 deck with
Hmm.
the options available this week.
I think it'd be top 50 easy, if not
Yeah,
top,
it's
depending
pretty.
on how Apex does. Because we know the
Yeah,
other four are gonna do really well.
yeah,
It's just
definitely.
Apex. If he hits all-time high or even close to it,
Yeah, I think he
it
gets.
could contest for top.
If you look at Apex's last few posts, he looks like he told me last week that on comments on the TL that he was pretty tired of posting and stuff. But then in a latest post, he did say that turns out all it needed for me to enjoy tweeting again is stupid niche on-chain gaming.
Yeah, I think he
So
was referencing Big, right?
yeah, he was, and I think he got in big pretty early, probably the way
Yeah.
it looks like it. So yeah, I think he's a pretty at 3 star is pretty safe option this week. Whereas if you were to go with CBB, then you kind of have to go with another 4 star instead of Rasma. So yeah, this setup at least makes it all work, and I think it guarantees you like top 100, and then it has potential for top 25 uh,
Wow.
positions. But yeah, I think it's a good deck. Yeah, I would say get an elite deck, right, Carpenter? You
Yeah.
always want a
Oh,
solid
absolutely.
All
elite
right,
deck.
let's
That's kind of where the good place to start, especially with the port. Port kind of reminds me of ours,
I
right?
think Jez.
Yes.
Yes,
ICO.
ICO,
Um,
um,
I would put a uh, NFT
Marusha.
stats in there. Oh wait, no, he's got. We can use that somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah,
Marusha, yeah,
I'd go Marusha because is it
it's gonna be
she?
hard to
She's
fit anywhere
consistent,
else.
yeah,
And based, I put base 16Z
yeah.
in there.
And then Teng, do you want to put Teng Yan
I
epic?
because they're yeah,
Even if he scores 350 to 400, he'll get 700 to 800
yeah.
as an epic.
Oh yeah, 48. That's gonna get you 200 frags at least,
Yeah, and
minimum.
you haven't used up all your rares, which kind of gives you that flexibility to build
That's a
out a nice.
nice looking elite deck.
It is, yeah, 2
I don't
epics,
even want to
1
build decks after I feel
commons. Uh,
defeated.
it's definitely getting you frags, that one.
I love
Yeah,
that you guys are so quick with the card numbers too. I know like elite is no star limit, but seeing you guys like go through the silver deck of like, oh, she could do 5 and 5 or like 6 and 4.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, a little brain dead.
Uh, I think once you play a few times, and we'll talk about it a bit later. But there's the mods created a website where you can look at the data behind the last few tournaments and how many points you need to get into like the top 100, 200, 300, right?
Yeah.
So you can eventually when you look at that, like I look at it like literally like most weeks repeatedly. So I think eventually it comes a point where you just know the numbers off the top of your head, like 3800 top 800 in elite, 4300 top 600, etc. Right, stuff like that. But like I said, once you keep playing the same strategy, eventually it just come easy. And then people say like I have so many cards, deck building becomes tough. But if you have that same strategy every week, it ultimately just ends up becoming
Comes like
like
second nature.
it might take maybe max an hour, but it's worth it if you're getting decent rewards, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good elite deck for sure. Do
Great elite deck.
you want to
Yeah.
try silver next? I saw you have a thread guy, another NFT stats. I just want to see what you could do,
Yeah,
basically.
I think
Yeah.
you can get you something good in there.
Like,
Um,
I
Yeah,
also have
those
yeah,
another
three.
definitely
Jez.
start. I'd do Jez too. Well, let's see what we got. Yeah, do Jez, Thread Guy, and stats. Let's see what it leaves you.
Yeah, let's try that and
Okay,
then
so that
only
leaves you with 5, 6,
I could
six.
do another Apex,
Apex, yeah,
8
Apex.
picks, and then what's
and
that
then
leave you with?
here are my
Um,
For
ooh, I like
Farouk,
Farouk. Yep,
Farouk because you know he's going to be active.
yep. If
Vida was
Merc's
okay.
private, if he wasn't on private, that'd be the play.
If Merb wasn't on private, you would have had a good deck there, but
Yeah, a banger.
his account's been botted pretty heavily lately.
uh
So
Whoever's doing that, thanks,
I know, right?
jerks.
um, he's been pretty, yeah. He's tried it a few times now to go back on public, and then they've just botted again.
Botted
So
him again.
yeah, I would say Farouk's a safer option, just
Yeah,
because I feel with abstract picking up some sort of traction. Myriad is on abstract, right?
yeah.
I feel he'll have some stats to post about how good it's doing. But yeah,
Go ahead. Oh, the
uh,
only other one I was thinking would be Kane, but that's more risky because if Kane 2 out of the last 3 tournaments he placed all-time highs, like up in the. Let me double check. It was silly high. I grabbed where's Kane at? So 2 out of the last 3 tournaments he was top 48 and then 39, but then last week he dropped back down to 147. So it's a higher risk. But I definitely like for this deck the. What do you think? I kind of like the Farouk,
I
but I
feel
think
like
Kane's
Farouk is
more
like,
high. Yeah.
you guys said he's safe, so I'm
Yep.
like,
That's what
yeah,
I think is the play is Farouk.
yeah,
Just wanted to put that option out there for maybe a different silver deck. That
yeah,
Kane
because
might be a good play.
it's like if I'm stacking with 3 really
You don't want
solid
to waste
rares,
those.
you
yeah.
gotta. It doesn't make sense to like risk, right, the rares performing really well and then like having dead weight dragging them down.
Yep.
No, for sure, yeah.
Absolutely. You
And I
already have
think,
the right mindset.
yeah. I think with the thread guy is he can easily place. If he posts on Monday, I feel he can do like a top 30 to top 20, right? But he's like a wild card. Like he can easily go crazy and get top 10. I'm just gonna read the one of the comments. It says, "What do you think of Guru this week?" I, Guru's a tough one because he has a very high ceiling. Like we've seen him come in the top 10 previously. I catched a comment few weeks ago when he said he's kind of traveling and being a bit more chilled out lately. But he's still posting, right? So I think the good thing with Guru is sometimes he just posts a banger, right, and it just takes off. Um, so I'm always gonna recommend his card, especially when he's at 3 2 star, right? And there's not many good options, I must say, at 2 3 star. So yeah, I think he's a decent option this week, uh, for sure. Okay, let's get back to Jen's deck building. So what we're thinking here,
Oh my God.
uh,
Do we want to trim some fat to try and get her some more and then deck build?
Yeah,
yeah, let's go back here. I feel like now you've got a
So
three
we
deck
just
fit.
scroll down. So one person that I really like, and I'll probably throw into like an elite, Janos is still underpriced in my opinion. So generally people would think, oh, he's a trim, but yeah, we keep Janos.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel Bandit's quite good. You've got a lot of
yeah,
cards where you've got like single commons, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm
You
thinking
might
if
be
you
a
got
bronze player. You
yeah.
might get a couple bronze decks in.
I'm just looking
Um,
at you've got Base Dom, you got Lupify, potentially
yep.
there's a Zeneca as well. I potentially think there's a gold deck you can build here.
Oh, no,
So
I
I
think
would
he's
go
going all leagues.
I would go gold here. Now if you go competition and get a gold deck in, I think it'd be good to get a deck that might get you some fragments, right? So you can
Four
put like
4 rares, max 2
uh,
epics.
two
Okay.
epics,
Yep,
yeah.
So
So
this would be like I throw Zen in,
yeah,
yep.
throw Luke in,
then
maybe
CL.
CL.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then base Dom as
yep,
well. Just because
yep,
it's an epic, you can probably
yep. Based
get
on
something. And then how many stars have you got left?
I
we
got
need
5.
5.
5. Oh
So we
wow, that's
need to go. Oh,
oh
that's
you
good.
could go for a common. I would say a common would
I
do
would
because
say
then
Luca.
Luca.
Because he's been posting so much about abstract.
Yeah, I
Yep,
like him. I like him as a good 5 star this week because
yep.
I think the abstract is what's that so far?
4,100,
4,100.
which will get her into the. Let me check. I have it up here, right? Oh, I had it up. Dang it! I refreshed my page. And gold that will get her right around 100 frags or more.
I think it'll be more because last week
Me
the
too.
thresholds were high. That can potentially get 120, 135,
Oh yeah,
which is quite good.
absolutely.
Last week we need kind of think about outlier because Makesy was 1 star, Evan Van Ness
Yeah,
was 1 star,
it was
so
a crazy week last
it was a
week.
crazy week. But this week I think the thresholds will come a bit more down, and I think that's a good deck because Base Storm kind of is consistently posting. He doesn't really have the highest score, but as an epic, at least you can use him to get like 700
Like
to
as
800
long as he's
points.
posting.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So that's a good deck. Yeah, I think it's
I
worth
like
locking
that.
that in. So now I think you can look at your inventory and see what you can be
Yep,
doing.
we've got 4 good decks in, and that's a great start. Especially we haven't even had to trim or anything yet. So now trimming, and then snagging some stuff will be
I think when you
fill out the rest of the
when
deck.
you trim, you want to start right at the bottom.
Yep, all
Just
the
all
way
the way
to the
down
bottom.
here.
That's where all
Yeah,
the dead weight
all the
or
fat
cards
is.
are sold.
So
Wait,
Cyrus,
should I submit something into reverse?
Now,
yes,
with Cyrus, MLO's probably the closest to Cyrus, and he did
yep,
say
I
like
keep him.
he
Oh wait,
doesn't
what did you
have
say?
he's not he does that much to post, and he doesn't like posting something, right?
Yeah,
Now, I don't know if you saw the other day there was a punk sale. I think
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm surprised
OSF.
he didn't post about
I think
that.
OSF brought the Alien Punk, and NFT Stats posted about it. I was surprised Cyrus
Me
didn't
too.
post about it because usually he's kind of on top of the NFT stuff, right? Um, so maybe he is like, taking a bit of a break, or he's just not posting, right? And he doesn't like to force it. I just keep his card because I know he's around, right, in
That's
Discords and
right.
stuff
Yep.
like that, right? So for me, he's just a hold, even though his price might drop or go up, right? But yeah, if you L's one that's just vanished, just
Yeah, and
doesn't post.
Pac-Man rare, I'd probably get rid of. I don't know how you. I would.
Oh,
You might want to keep him,
oh,
but
it
I don't
feels
think
like
you. Yeah,
it feels
betrayal or
so
something.
weird being like, yeah, let me heat
Yeah,
this card.
yeah.
I feel like
So
that meme.
Pac-Man's
I don't want
safe.
to play with you anymore, but like,
Yeah, it's a good one.
wait. So when you guys are like trimming fat, like you
Yeah.
ever upgrade cards and then like burn them, like
It depends on price. The
Yeah,
burning. So the packs right now haven't been the greatest. They quote unquote fixed the algo so that it
uh-huh.
wasn't. They went from 35 or 30-day average score to 45, which made it pretty much increase the probability of you getting floor heroes, even including in rares and stuff. So burning
yeah,
rares isn't EV plus now. But
Okay.
depending on so what I do and when I'm trimming fat, depending on like let's just say mod for like since you could upgrade them, I look is it the top bid um, going to be higher if I sell 5 or 6 of these or if I sell one common and one rare. Um,
Uh,
Generally, it's going to
no,
be just selling the
just
commons.
selling. Yeah, I think one thing to know is when you do upgrade and try to sell, it won't let you sell into bids. It'll only let you
Yep.
sell into new bids. So
Until a
ideally,
new
if you just
bid
have
comes.
commons, just sell the commons. So I'll
Yep.
just accept bids if as long as they're close to the floor. 4-7, is it 4-7-3?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
The floor is
yeah.
0-5.
I'd sell a few of his cards. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Let's see.
I'd be tempted to sell all of them, but because
I
he
would
never
sell all of
posts,
them.
right?
I'd
It's
sell
not
all of
even.
them.
Um.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, I would sell all those. And then that gives you a good amount. And then I'm going to keep looking at your portfolio on the
What
back. Let
is
me get on
this?
mine.
Sanity
Yeah.
check.
Oh, so yeah, because you have to refresh the page because it's trying to sell the same card over and over. So go ahead
They're
and
like, "Are
refresh.
you sure this is what you want to do?"
Yeah.
Yes, I am trying to floor
I'm
all
clipping
6
that.
cards.
I think that's definitely one thing I'm gonna raise a ticket for. I think sometimes when you want to sell, it doesn't let you sell another one. You have to refresh, and it can be a bit.
Yep. I
It can be a
know
bit annoying when you have a
mass.
lot of cards.
I know mass selling and is in the works, and
Yeah.
mass canceling is already there.
What I would do is just sell one and come back to his card. Like, okay, now
Yeah,
do
and kind of
another.
like
Here.
make a mental note.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
Sell.
go.
get rid
Let's
of Mikado, get rid
Wait,
of
wait.
Max, get rid of
Before
Hero.
we get rid of all these cards, I want you to put a reverse deck in because
Oh
these
wait, yeah,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah, because you said you're gonna play a reverse deck, and if you
I
just get rid of
forgot.
these cards, you won't have a reverse deck. So
Yeah, and I'm not a reverse player, so that's why I
yeah,
don't think that way.
I'd go competitions and go reverse just before
oh,
you sell.
smart.
And the question I'm sure every of the 380 people that have tuned in are wondering, including myself and HK, is are you thinking of posting it all this week, or are you going to be reversed this week?
I'm thinking I'll probably have a post, like a
Yes.
decent post. I just don't know if it's going to be front half of the week or it's second half of the week.
So
I
no, don't
probably
put
won't
yourself in
play
reverse.
myself in reverse this week,
There
but
we
then
go.
play myself in reverse the
Next
week of
week.
like the 21st and the 28th.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. I
Can
like
you
it.
guys
You heard
see
it here
when I'm?
first, fam.
Can you guys see when people are submitting decks?
After the fact.
Like
What do you
once
mean?
the tournament starts, that's when you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, that's when you can see the decks.
Got
Yeah,
it.
You
Yeah.
can't see it beforehand.
No copy decking.
No,
yeah, you
that's
can't.
what I like about it, that you can't copy deck. Well, you
Hold on.
can, based on past decks, but yeah.
Wait. I'm gonna have to reshare my screen. My fantasy top
Yep, you're
tab
fine.
is spazzing out.
That was my cousin's nickname in high school, Spaz.
Okay, I have internet. It is not working.
I'll throw HK's up there for now. HK, you want to go to her port? Or that was I just kind of threw you up there. Sorry, I didn't know what you were doing.
No, I was just looking at activity, right? Yeah. So, did you say your internet's not working, Jen?
Now it is.
Right, okay.
Oh, there she's up.
It was just it was a little
Move and
There we go.
little off. Okay, so max one rare, max one epic, max one legendary, and then comments.
And then minimum 18 stars. So you have to use up 18 stars in your reverse deck.
Oh, that's smart. So that way people can't just stack all
Yeah,
of them.
you can't just
Yeah,
stack
stack
1-star
ones.
heroes, right? So there's a bit of,
Strategy.
to it rather than, stacking. Everyone was just pile decks.
It would be an infinite tie. It's like who can get the
Yeah.
deck in faster, because that's the tiebreaker.
Yeah, so just go register. Let's just see.
Well, we could probably put at least Cirrus, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would start with mod as a 1-star,
Yeah.
just because
Well, yeah, because Cyrus could, or Cirrus could both.
Yeah,
Also, HK, don't you feel like to start with the bigger stars and then see what you can
yeah.
fit
So if you
in?
stroll right to the bottom, and then see what you can fit. Oh, okay. Let's see what you've got. Yeah.
There's a lot of really good high
Yep.
stars
Yeah.
that won't poke. She has a good port. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, your port's pretty. Yeah, Evan Van
I
Ness
would put Van
probably a
Ness in.
Maxi and Evan Van Ness.
Maxi and Van Ness, so those are two greats.
So yeah, so
Yep,
Maxi,
Evan
Evan
Van
Van
Ness.
Ness.
Maxi is the road up.
Oh, there he is.
Yep,
There
there.
it is. Okay, so you've got
And
9
then-
stars locked in.
That's a good start.
What do you think about Pentoshi? He's a bit of a.
It's not a bad idea to put it in.
I'm
She's
just
got
looking at
multiple, so she can hedge.
So the way you go now is you either go BDB or Pentoshi. The good thing with Pentoshi is you can hedge. So if you put him in a bronze deck and he does well, then that's great. If he doesn't post, it'll help your reverse deck, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Hedge.
you're gonna get a good outcome, regardless of what he does, right? Stores on private, but he's still always active.
Wait, so what if they're on? If they're on private, it just reduces how high they could go because their reach is limited. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because only people that can follow can see their posts or whatever.
So you guys are thinking Pentoshi.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Pentoshi there.
All right.
That leaves you with
the rest of your cards are
a 2-star and a 1-star. So I would say for 2-star,
the devs Kip it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say Kip it is Kip it 2. Yeah, go 2.
Yeah.
Kip it and then do the mod. Yeah. That looks good.
And then I'll do another one because I saw you have a Psycho, Alcon Psycho card,
nice.
5-star.
I'd put the Fubar rare in maybe. If
you go with the Maxi and Evan Van Ness again, I don't know if you have another.
Oh, you have multiple Maxi and Van Nesses?
I think you have Evan Van Ness, not Maxi, maybe. So if you go down a bit.
Down. Sorry.
Yeah.
Little.
It's still early for you.
It is. I'm like, yeah, I'll scroll down. Sure. Wait, where the fuck did they go?
There he is. Right below Apex. On the right.
Bottom
scroll
right.
down a little bit more.
I have 3 of these.
Nice.
And then Psycho. So on the next
to Apex, yeah.
There we go. So that's 10, I think.
It's 9.
Oh, 9.
9. Okay.
What do you think about hedging with I guess 10 yen does.
I'd potentially put the Shiza rare that you have. I think it's at the top. So if you scroll up a bit.
This one?
Because it's 4-star and it's a rare. So
Yeah,
you
do
get the
that.
multiplier. So you get the multiplier, and sometimes he's a bit
Ooh,
off. Oh wow, okay,
yeah. He's been doing good though.
but it's a rare.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
keep him in
What?
because you get that multiplier.
How many stars are you looking at now?
I'm looking at
The
13.
red number's hard to see. Oh, 13, okay.
13. What about
So you
G
have
Money?
to.
Has G Money been posting a lot? I
G
haven't
Money's
really
a
seen
4. I'd
him.
hit G Money in there.
Oh wow, yeah,
Ooh,
he
but
had
that
one good.
he's probably gonna come down. He could
Like,
come back down
Uh,
again.
I haven't
Also,
really
why?
seen him on my timeline.
I would go if you go back to details and look at the 24-hour chart. So if you go
Oh, yep.
at the top, do SS
Next to
tournament rank
rank.
and scroll
Yep.
down, score 24-hour. Ah, yeah, I'll put him in. He's
Yeah, put him in.
he's barely breaking 200. So, and then you
And
got one
then
star left, yeah,
so nope, 2.
Yeah, one
Oh, it is
star.
1.
1 star, yeah. So, I mean, I can go
Uh,
more.
Is Wob alive?
No, Wobb's
Oh,
he's given
yeah,
up
go with
lately.
Wob. Put Wob on.
I think he's working on Sappy Seals, I guess, the gaming side of things, but yeah, he's not been active. If this was 2021 NFT season, he'd be a top card, right?
Oh yeah,
He was
we'd have a
online
different landscape.
he was online every day, like on Spaces and everything.
okay.
Yeah,
So view decks,
yeah, but
elite,
solid,
gold. Got
pretty solid as well. And then you got 2 good silver decks, I think.
yeah.
What do you have in liquid in this one? Without, or we need to trim more too. Just for because it's Saturday morning. Well, obviously Saturday morning, but I don't know why I said that, out loud,
He's
but
right.
so generally, and HK had to get onto me about this. We could still be picking stuff up today and into tomorrow, but one huge thing I started doing, thanks to HK, was Wednesday night into Thursday morning putting those bids in, because even though cards are unlocked a few hours after the tournament now,
Mhm.
so they're not locked the whole tournament, they people will like still kind of dump after the tournament, so you get
Got
cards
it.
cheaper then.
Yeah.
So that's something to kind of put in that bug in your ear for each week.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I like have bread. Bread's been on fire with Mega ETH.
Yeah.
I think I still got
Yeah.
like another
You have a lot of decks to put in.
like
If you go bronze, let's see what you can do.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. All right. Let's
We
see.
want to put Pentoshi in for the hedge.
No, not yet. Let's just see what a
Oh
low
yeah, that's still
start.
a good deck.
Well, I
Let's look
have
at
two. I have 2 breads. So
Yeah, we
I
want
think
bread here for sure.
I think with bronze, what you need to initially do is look at the low star heroes because you've only got 18 stars to play with, right?
yeah.
So if you go to the bottom, now let's see what. Oh, you got 7 cozies. Wow.
Yeah, get cozy in there.
He's likely going to be your best 2-star option this week, I
Yeah,
think,
next to
because
Travis.
you got me as well, but the rest of them are pretty. They're not
Left
great.
side next to
Where the
Travis.
fuck is Cody?
Next to Travis. Down
You got
one more row.
There he
All the way
is.
to the left. There
there
you
he
go.
is.
Yeah, Cozy is a great 2-star.
10. You got 10 stars left. Now let's think.
And
You can go
3.
4-3-3. I'm
Is this
thinking.
where I put a CBB in?
Yeah,
Yes.
CBB
Yep.
Vidamo, I would say as well,
Yep.
because you've got an
Vidamo.
Vidamo Apex. I would go. I think you have one more
Yeah.
Apex. So
Hold
you can
on.
have.
I can find it. I can find it. Oh, okay, Vidamo, there he
Where's
is.
Vidamo? There he is.
And then
And
Apex, that's Adam. Look,
Where do you have another Apex or no?
I don't
It
think I
goes.
have
There he
anymore.
is.
Oh, there
There
he
it
is.
He scored quite high, so you're not going to find him at the bottom because he's been posting in the last few episodes. But I think that's a pretty
That's a good
solid
one.
deck. Yeah.
Especially with that 4-star. What's his name?
Actually, do you know what? I like Nick better than Bread Guy.
Yeah, I would.
Nick is a lot better than Bread
I
Guy in
would go
terms of
back and
ceiling.
switch that
Look at
out.
that. I have a Nick.
There we go.
And then I can go back here. I got to put another cozy in.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
getting it. I'm understanding. Fuck. Hold
We
on.
might have created a monster, guys.
You're like, we sincerely regret bringing Jen on the show. Girl has so many cards.
No, I think you're gonna be. Yeah, you're catching on really quick too, and well, because you're played in the past a lot. I think you're gonna with your inventory and like you're gonna do really well.
Right.
And
So
With my
6-2.
sheer size.
Yep.
Okay, so I
Oh,
have
What do you
10,
think about
10 left, which
the
means
3-star? So
6.
4-3-3 or 5-2-3.
I'm just
four,
thinking in my head.
3,
I
3.
I would actually go another 2-star and put mean in this deck. Do you know me?
Me,
Yeah.
yeah. Me.
Me. There he
Me.
is. And then 2 4-stars I'd go after this.
Yeah.
4
Or
star.
5 or
Oh, I
5
have
2 as
OSF.
well.
Who am I liking as 4-star? This, if you're kind of going up, let's just see.
With
BT,
prompt coming. Prompt already came last week, but
yeah, it's
the
pumping a bit.
14th is
Isn't
when
I
the
mean, look
we
at his
all get
last
our drops.
24 hours.
Yeah, he's pumping in the
Yeah,
last 24. I saw
go
that.
OSF.
The last week he's been doing
Go
Pretty
pretty
solid,
OSF.
good.
Yeah, I
yeah.
like OSF here.
You know he's
Okay.
And
gonna
then scroll
post
up
at
to the
least.
top. I like
Scroll to-
all the way. I kind of like BDB here.
Yeah, he posted again today. I saw that.
He's posting good. I
Yeah,
like him here. I don't know why, but I do.
and then you can
Oh,
go.
this guy?
Yep,
Yeah.
I like him.
Just see the
He was
comments.
inactive for a while, and then he's been back now.
If
And he
anyone's,
posted today saying Marad mode or whatever
yeah,
all-time high in May or whatever. So I think he's an indicator that he's going to post a bunch more. But I think those look good, and you almost like could keep going. You have
Do I? Yeah.
cozy. Yeah, go down to get it cozy in again.
What's the highest? Do you guys
DDs.
ever play like really high star cards in
it's in
Bronze.
bronze. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
HK
doable,
has a
but
good strategy.
yeah, so it's doable. However, it's only good when there's a few 1-star cards that are good, right?
Like
Because
next
Got
week.
it.
you kind of need to fit the cards in, right? It's only an 18-star cap. However, this week there's not many good 1-star heroes, so you kind of have to play like 6 as your highest sort of common. What have you put in? So you got cozy. I'd be tempted to go with Kane. Is it Kane?
Kane, yeah, I like
D.
Just
Kane here.
because he's
Yep, the
Infinite
guy with the
launch,
goofy glasses right there.
Infinix has launched, and
The top
he's
row.
pretty
Your top row. Yep,
second.
one more over.
You're all like, this is so painful.
No. I was in the middle of a yawn.
Could I do like a Zeneca
I do like
Lupify
Seneca here. Wait,
combo?
let's see what other. You have better 5
You
stars, I
bet
think.
you
than
probably have better 5-stars though, I think.
Oh, what about Taki? Because
D's is better. Taki, I like Taki, but I like D's better than Taki. Because what you're gonna look at is what is your best option at that star. I would
Got
say
it.
D's.
Yeah, I almost
is your
like
best.
I almost like a 6-4 combination better just because.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen you've got how many
I mean,
cards?
I could put a
5.
Jez in as a 6.
Yeah. Let's see what that leaves you. Oh, I gotta move this comment so I can see what you got. Yeah,
That's
that
gonna
would leave
leave
you
only
put a 6,
2.
and that's 6-4. Yeah,
That,
Jazz.
So take out D's and do Jez, and then of the 4s.
I've got ARF. Here you
Yep.
go, top
That's where I
left.
like it.
Wait, top
Next.
left.
ARF,
Oh,
yeah.
this guy.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah,
I have like 4 of
And
them.
that leaves you with 3. So we'll
3.
scroll all the way up. And I would say,
Loms or Barney as the
I was
highest
going to say, as
percent.
much as it hurts me to say this, for those who know my past with him, but Barney.
Yeah, but Barney's one of those. He can really score high sometimes.
Yeah.
He is risky, but I guess you have to take those risks in bronze.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
not.
in bronze. Bronze is the as you taught me, HK
So-
is the risk league.
Just shove them all in bronze. Just like try to
All the low
be
stars, yeah.
strategic.
Yeah, I like the top deck. I think the top deck's good.
Yeah,
I was almost tempted to say I put Nick in the top deck because I feel
that's
the
what
top
I
deck
was thinking too.
because Nick
Oh,
has
over
more.
bread?
Yeah, he
and
has.
put bread down in that bottom deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because then that's a definite contender.
So now you go back to
Instead of looking
competition.
top 100, you're looking top 25.
And now, how do I go back?
You just go hit click competitions.
Competition.
Or tournaments right there is better, actually,
Yeah.
yeah. And then bronze. There you go.
Then go
I
to the
see.
top deck. Yeah.
Yep.
And then switch them
Sorry, bread.
around.
I believe
See,
in you.
Oh,
but
yeah.
my
Bread.
alpha,
No, bread's a very good one.
my alpha masters are telling me it's not gonna work. Okay. Sorry, I just like before we trim cards, it's like I'm just trying to see what else I have because I have another bread. I think I have like another cozy,
Cozy, yeah.
but
Yeah,
and then
you
I
have-
have like Loopify and Zen that I could
Yeah.
stack. So let's see if I did cozy. At this point, are Loop and Zen strong picks out of the 5s or still
Yeah.
D's?
Yeah.
D's is still the highest.
I'd say get Kane in first, just because you're going to need another low star card to make it work.
Yep.
Another Kane.
So what we're looking at now, 8 stars.
And this is
Yeah.
more HK's thing. He ruined bronze for me years ago.
I would say go. Mando's not a 4-star this week, is he? No. It's gonna have to
I
be
like
eight.
easy over D's actually.
Oh, it's easy 5-star. Yeah, easy ODs
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, just because of
Easy.
the
Easy's
upside.
been posting a lot. I see.
Easy is the yeah. I'm biased towards Easy also. I like Easy.
I'd go AI Rev again just because he's the only 4-star that has
Yep.
upside that you have.
Yep.
And Prompt
You're
is
This
on
guy?
him. Nope,
yeah,
you're on
yeah,
him. Yep.
that one.
Because
And
Prompt is
then
going doing stuff.
out of the ones that you got left there, I like Nanny XBT.
Yep.
I think it is.
The only other
Yosh-
one I could see is that G Money, but I don't think
Yeah,
he's
you don't want to put G money in.
be no.
How has he been doing?
His last
He
20,
has been doing good there, but his 24-hour looks icky.
like if he posts normally, he's just getting like 100, 200 points. But if
Yeah,
he's,
needs a banger.
I'm just gonna go through some comments. It's getting harder to buy cards. Yeah, good cards are going up in pro price. BDB is active right now. AHS is also watching, and then RIP
Pack
packs.
rips again. I'm
Yeah.
not. Oh yeah. I thought they were asking us to pack rip again. Like the last 2 episodes, we pack ripped and got wrecked. Well, you did good last week.
Yeah, mine was good last week, but this week is
I think I'm sitting out this week on.
I am
pack
as well.
ripping.
Cozy.
Yeah, no pack rips this week. Sorry, fam.
Another. Let's see. I guess maybe I don't have to trim any
Yeah.
fat and I can
I don't
just
think you
farm the
do.
fuck out
Yeah.
of bronze.
Yeah, you really don't need to, because the more I looked at your portfolio, you don't really have the stuff you could trim. You can throw that in reverse, and because there's not a lot of fat, you
I think
are sitting on a
you
great portfolio.
I think there is a lot of cards you can potentially sell. But as long as you have a few, let's get this last bronze deck in. We can just go through the ones you probably have to sell, right? Okay, so we've got. Is that 7-star?
I just started randomly clicking to see if
No, that's
maths.
But you're doing good. Like these ones are doing. I like. Okay, well, I need to ask, what's the story on the bear walking up the hill? I don't know. Sisyphus.
Sisyphus.
He used
He's
to be
usually
good.
he's usually a mid card. He had a good tournament last week. But he's usually just like 300, 400 score.
Average.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I needed. That was like legit. I have no clue what's going on with him. I don't hold him. Never
At
have.
5. So you've got 7 stars left. I would say it's that last 2 rows you have to look at here. So not so fast. I'm thinking is going to post.
And they have pretty good upside too.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Where the fuck did not so fast go?
I can't even find them.
Oh,
it's the
stroll up. His PFP keeps changing.
yeah. That's right.
On top of map. He's on top of map.
He's on top of
there.
Merc.
Yeah, it's the girl. Yeah.
There we go. So now you got.
And then I have a 3.
Which I would say Shloms.
Yeah. I mean, Merp probably just score like 300-400, even on private probably, but
yeah, but it's the cap. It's like
oh no,
low risk, low
Can you guys
reward.
hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Oh, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Why does my hand look so fat?
Let me see.
It said no packs. Oh, yeah. We're sorry, 153. That's one of our players.
Dude, that was so strange.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, still can't hear you. What the fuck?
Oh no, he's not on CT
Audio.
for charitable purposes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. What?
We can hear.
I
We can
have
hear
all
you.
of my audio settings.
Try. She can't hear me, so I'll type it in there to chat.
Okay, my speaker is for sure working.
We heard
Yeah,
that too.
we can hear that. Yeah.
Trying to leave this video.
We
All right, we're gonna let her come back in. See if that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, technical. The perks of live streams, fam. Also, HK.
Oh yes, did CBB just post? Yes, CBB just post. That gives me a
Yeah,
bit
and
more.
I'm making a silver here. I'll post mine up here real quick. I'll post mine up. I was making a silver deck. And this is what I got so far. I go back. Silly. So what the heck am I doing? I might have to lose these glasses. They're making so I have CBB. That's it. Who I have so far on there. And then I was gonna go.
Oh wow, we got CBB. Apex, and they get a top rating as well. And you can put Lucas.
Head to stage. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Yes, we got it. We found
good stuff.
StreamYard kind of pulls that stuff every once in a while.
Ooh, are you making your silver decks?
Well, yeah, just while we were waiting. We're gonna bounce back to you though.
I'd go Clem there, Carp, but yeah,
Clem.
we'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you go.
we'll leave that there.
We'll do
I
that.
feel like you have so many good rares.
Yeah, I'm 2 away from making main a rare. Or actually, I'll probably keep HA. If I get 2 of this, I'd want to make him a rare, but I'm thinking maybe for farming purposes, keeping the 5.
Basically, farm the hell out of him until you've had enough, and then get a rare.
Get rid of him.
Get a rare.
Okay,
Actually,
we'll get a
because what
rare.
it is when you farm it enough, you think, you know what, he's paid back the price.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you know what, now I can just use him for free.
Well, and 2 of them are free. So like I've only bought 1 of them, and that just happened. I got a bid accepted, and 2 of them I minted.
That's what I think I'm going to do with my anthems. I've got 5 commons. I'm going to farm as much as I can, and then, when I feel like it, I'll definitely upgrade to a rare.
Okay, we'll come back.
Djenn back
this
on
is about
stage.
Djenn.
Sorry, I am back in hoarding
There we go.
bronze decks.
There we go.
Let's go.
Wait,
right, I'm going to be
where
honest.
did that guy go?
Oh wow! I just realised you've got if you go right to the bottom, you've got what's that card again? Is it 00? Is it right at the bottom?
Yeah.
I reckon he's a decent he's a risky option, but
Yeah,
he scores high
good
when he
play
pulls.
for bronze.
Good play for bronze, I would say, and because you have a 1-star, it allows you to then mess around with the other cards, right? Yeah,
like a unit picks in there.
Yeah, or maybe not Unipix. I'd go Bandit.
I would go 6. 6 as your max this week.
Okay.
K and V. I like K and V.
Top right.
Okay. Yep. There's Bandit.
Would you like Patty over Bandit or Bandit over Patty?
Well, let's look at Patty.
Patty's more consistently high.
Yeah, go Patty. Yeah, I forgot Patty was a 6.
Sorry, Bandit.
Was a 7.
I was just looking at McKenna.
Yeah, they're up. He's been pretty consistent.
Look at that.
I use this card quite a bit on gold.
Get it.
Shove it in there. Okay, so that I have 6, so I can do 3/3.
Yeah, I'd almost try getting Merp in this deck. The reason I said that is he might go off private and literally become the best 3-star, and that's a decent.
He did go off last week.
Yeah, late on in the tournament he did. I think the issue you have here is, aside from Cozy, there's not another 2-star option that
I say fuck it. I will just stick myself in there.
Yeah.
I might wreck myself, guys, to be very clear.
Bet on yourself.
I'm using your rare this week.
We'll see how soon.
Before the show, I upgraded a Djenn rare. Or Gen 2 rare.
They're too kind to this Floorfluencer that they have as a guest this week.
Right. I would say you're better off spamming in reverse because you've got a lot of cards that are just unplayable at the moment.
That'll print you some rewards too. Here, hit the auto complete. Let's see what that does.
Go on auto complete. Let's see what it does to you.
Okay.
That one, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I gotta remove this real quick.
Oh,
so
that's.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that. I'd send it.
Oh, because then I'm a hedging.
Oh, not yourself. Get yourself out of
No,
it.
no, that's good though, because like
Oh, and she does
herself in bronze.
post. It doesn't matter.
She's got herself in bronze, and even if
When I post, it doesn't matter.
Well, no, because it's a legendary. That's what I was saying. That
it's
that came out way wrong.
No,
I'm sorry. No, because it's a legendary, so you get that dividing of 3.5.
you get the multiplier. You do.
Don't apologize. Okay. So what happens if I hit auto again? Let's see.
I say I'm playing your rare and
I like Alon in reverse because he can be a bit he can be a bit silent at times. Like he just not.
I mean, they already released Pump Swap. What's the next product release? You know.
Yeah. Well, and he went zeros for like weeks in a row.
I think he just posted today, so I feel like if he posts today, he's not going to post on the week.
He's like, I already did the whole Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted just now.
Yeah, he wrecked me for weeks in a row.
4 minutes ago, he posted.
Oh yeah, we'll get a post next Thursday after the tournament then.
Yeah, and considering you only have he's a 7-star, he's not easy to play.
No.
What else does it do?
I'd take
KBM out. I'd take BM out.
KBM.
Right to the left. One. Yep, and then take your rare out.
I've got Cycle there. I just feel that 5-star, he's a risky option, so he's best at in reverse.
Okay, now let's look at the fat. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we know you're gonna get rid of all your mods. You're gonna get rid of.
What we do here is we'll just go through every card. You don't have to sell them now, but
you can sell them later.
It gives you can sell them later because it takes time to sell cards because you have to do the refresh and everything.
Yeah.
But let's just go through them. So L, sell.
Wall.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. You need to sell.
Is he like dead on Twitter?
Yeah, he went private.
I don't know what else to say.
Oh my god! Yeah, he hasn't posted since November.
Yeah.
A lot of players are frustrated as in why he's still a hero.
I don't think that's gonna last much longer.
That's pretty diabolical, right? 5 months.
Okay, but what happens when the fantasy team switches out cards?
They go bye-bye, a new one comes in.
But he'll be replaced by one that scores pretty much flourish as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure. Be assumed to score flourish.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how far that is right now. We can't really say they're working on it.
Yeah, we can't say nothing. Yeah.
But ideally, you wanna use your inventory for something. If you're just holding these cards, I think you need to move them around a bit. But yeah, L, I would sell. Pac-Man.
Heroes.
I'm gonna be honest. I would sell him.
Get rid of him.
We
understand if you don't. Because,
I might just keep the card out of nostalgia. To be honest with you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then I would say you'd keep the 1-star. The next one. He's pretty on and off, but he sometimes performs. Warb, I would sell. Intuitio, because you've only got one. Keep him. WS mod, I'd sell him.
Right.
Yeah. Just not great at the moment. But keep Loon, you've only got one. He can be randomly does well. Mikado, I'd sell. Max.
Yep.
Max, I'd sell. Hero, I'd sell. NBA Trader is an interesting one. He does have a card holders chat, and he's been pretty active, and sometimes he's a good player for reverse. So I'd keep him. I think he's going to post next week. Potentially, you can put him in bronze this week. But yeah, I'd say this week you wouldn't sell him. Tom, I'd sell.
Yep.
Adam and
sell.
Sell.
Keep it, sell.
Keep it, sell.
Some petty tuna, I'd sell one of them.
Yeah, I think the ones that you have two of, maybe sell one. You always want to keep one of the cards just because sometimes they become useful for reverse. But like someone like Fubar, maybe play him in reverse this week a few, and maybe in like bronze, because he's never gonna.
Ooh, she can upgrade her cozies, and still have 2 left.
I wouldn't do that. I would say you maximize in bronze because you can play more.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'd keep Travis. Travis, do you want to keep Travis?
I keep one at least.
Travis, I'm gonna floor your ass.
How many have you got? Is that 5 or
I
is
have
that 3?
3. I have
Three.
3.
Three. Yeah, maybe sell 1 or 2. Like, I always like
Yeah.
keeping 1 of every card just in case, but
Yeah,
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
good. Keep Cozy is good. John
Yeah.
Wang, pretty
Keep
hasn't done
one.
well. Keep 1 maybe. Bruce, keep 1.
Yeah.
So
The other guy,
generally, like apart from maybe Cozy and some of the other cards that we've played for farming, like I
Yeah,
could reduce
get rid
my
of them.
supply down to like 1 or 2 if I
1
wanted
or
a
2
whole
of
bunch.
each.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or yeah.
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 Yep.
Like if you've got 3 of a
Keep
card,
me.
maybe reduce it to 1, and then if you got 4 of a card, to reduce to 2, like that.
Why did we put Noah in reverse? I didn't realize they were 3-star this week.
I think with with the reverse, you either want a 0 or not. Noah does post. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're
So it
right.
kind
You're
of
right.
erects your reverse deck when you put him
You're
in.
right. Yeah.
And nowadays the margins in reverse are literally like so low, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to go with that.
Yeah. I'm so. I don't.
Loom
Yeah.
Dart's a bit of a. Honestly, I don't think I've ever mentioned Loom Dart in a post. Like he's that
No, that's
irrelevant of a
bad.
card, right?
Yeah.
I'd reduce 2 of him. I think we've got 4 there, right?
Yeah, I got 4.
Yeah, I'd get rid of 2 of him. Yeah, yeah, definitely that. If you carry on going, I think beyond that, I think a lot of your other cards are. Some of them are Arthur. What? How many stars is Arthur? He might actually be 1 for reverse if you clear another deck.
Yeah.
Because he sometimes doesn't post. Um,
This guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
Arthur. Yeah. Who else do you
I'd get
have?
rid of the hoodie guy. At least one of him.
You've got
Same
two.
with
Santiago?
Vagabond.
Yeah, Santiago's been a bit between near the floor. Yeah, I'd
I'd
be
get
also
rid of
on the
one
fence.
Zaga.
1 Zaga, 1 Alex, maybe. You sell 1 of each.
Hmm.
I don't know. You probably know more about Azuki than we do, probably. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's been a bit. He had that 1 or 2 tournaments good when they did the partnership with Kaito. Azuki will drop in the coin, right?
Yeah.
But since then he hasn't really done much. Yeah, I would say go with that strategy with what we just said, like the ones that because I think beyond that your 5 and 6-star heroes are good. They're cards that you just want to keep because you'll eventually pay them, right? They're playable
Yeah.
cards, but the ones that we just covered now is a case of trimming them from like 3 to 1 or 4 to 2, right? And then
Mhm.
with your liquidity, um, you kind of want to then look at which heroes are going to be consistent. So if you just look at the market roughly, I think if you've got filters on or anything, because I just see David
Let's
Phelps
see.
Yeah, go ahead and click reset
reset. Yeah,
all the way to the right by the
reset.
brush.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
No,
no.
no, no. By the
Hold on.
brush.
I'm
My bad.
hitting this. It's
All
not
right.
doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so you must
Right.
have it reset already.
Yeah. So if I think you've got it on best
Oh,
value.
it's just in best value. That's why.
Yeah. So sorting by best value. So that's probably why. I'll just put it low to high to start off with.
Yep.
Rank high to low.
Oh, rank high to low. Yeah. How much are cards going for nowadays?
A lot.
The market is pretty efficient. Like as in, there's liquidity flowing. There's there's
Yeah.
willing buyers. There's willing sellers, and I think we're at the point where it's pretty solid at the moment.
Yeah.
There's always buyers a week. There's not really. It's not. You do get some quiet days, like a Saturday might be quiet or a Sunday maybe, but
Mhm.
majority of the days the market is pretty active. But yeah, one thing I would say is because you've got like a high star commons, maybe I think what you would want to do is get some consistent rare cards once you sell a few cards, right?
Yeah.
Um, a few
Like
good ones are like
maybe like a based 16Z rare.
yeah. If you want a top rare, he's definitely one of the consistent options. I was thinking more sort of getting a few mid rare so you have more cards. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Like maybe like a 5-star Rasmer
Yeah,
rare.
yeah. I think also like like Bandit rare is quite good because he's always he's posting right all the time
Mhm.
and he's pretty cheap compared to these cards, right? So one thing I would do is if you go like filter rare cards and just put in like maximum price 0.15 as a maximum price.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, yeah, 0.15. So this is where your value is usually, right? Like D's, Bandit, Bandits. Intern's a good one because he has good upside because Monad testnet launched,
Yep.
and since testnet's launched, Intern's kind of hit like 600 plus points every tournament. Yeah, so those are the sort of heroes I'd say target because then you can build out more rare decks, silver decks going forward, or even elite decks.
Yeah. Well, this is super helpful. I'm all like, yeah,
Yeah.
this half ETH card, and you're all like, no, Jen, like, let's bring it down to reality. So,
Yeah, I think with small ports, like you can obviously want to get the top cards, but then you kind of want to maximize,
Your
your ETH,
rewards.
right? So yeah, I would say look at these cards around this range, and maybe look at how they've done in the last few tournaments, because
yeah.
that will indicate how consistent they are, right? So a few that I'd probably say is Intern, Gout, they have like good high
Yeah.
ceilings, but they priced a bit lower. So they're ones that I would say look out for, and then Bandit's a good consistent one. Crypto Leon,
Yeah.
who streams on Abstract quite a bit, right?
He's a top streamer there.
Yeah, he's definitely
Little Leo.
he's a pretty decent card as well.
Especially for like a top 50. He's consistently ranging between like in the 75 range to like high end of in the like upper 40s or lower 40s, especially for being on bids of like 0.05 is I
Yeah,
think really good. I picked one up last week and I'm thinking about and looking at him now. I might pick up a couple more on bids.
Got it. Also, sorry, I've been coughing so much. I'm like getting over a cold. So I just
Okay.
realized because they're probably hearing that in like high definition.
No problem at all.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
I think I know what I need to do moving forward. Thank you guys so much. This was
Absolutely.
really helpful to, get my feet back in the pool of playing. Because I
no,
think,
Yeah. Oh, you have a heart 5-star too. We could probably throw in another good silver deck.
wow.
oh, no. This is still the marketplace.
Oh, I
This is
thought
still the-
okay. I thought this is
You're
what
all
you
like,
had.
wait,
I was
Jen, what are we doing? Like,
like,
get back
what is
into the
going on here?
conversations. I
Yeah.
mean, fuck, we've built like so many decks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got some top decks. I think I'm interested to see how that top silver deck does. I think it's pretty solid. Like it can definitely, I think it has potential to do very well.
I'll once the tournament's over, I'll post the results and, obviously credit you guys for the success.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you're gonna print this week.
yeah, I think
Absolutely.
you're gonna do well. I think you've pretty much maxed out your inventory there. Obviously, there's a few
Yeah.
cards that you need to sell them, reinvest, and go from there. And I think if you just consistently put your decks in, yeah, you'll do pretty well.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you again. That was insanely helpful. And now I'm ready for the next week, which is great.
Heck yeah.
Good
That is
stuff.
awesome.
So, Carpenter, do you want to stick around a bit longer, or
Well, I could probably take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Not too much. We have my little one has qualified for my 6-year-old qualified for nationals or whatever gymnastics. So when they get back from practice, I'll probably need to bounce. I'm surprised they're not back already, but yeah, I can stick on for a little bit.
Cool.
But it's
I'm
up to
gonna
you either
hop
way.
off because I'm gonna go, down some Dayquil and go
Absolutely.
horizontal in bed.
Yep.
But thanks again, guys, for having me. This was a ton of
no,
fun.
it's great.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Have a good rest of your weekend.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah. As I say that, HK, my wife's calling. 1 second.
No worries.
All right.
Wait,
So
did you just
What's
see
up?
that the recent shiny pack opened?
No, is it
By
amazing?
I'll just share my screen right now.
Let me fix it so I can see better.
Yeah,
Can you zoom in a little?
yeah, I'm just gonna go back to fantasy. I'm just looking at a few things. 1 second.
There we go.
I was
Here,
just
I
looking
can
at
put our
what the
stuff on
account
here.
was. I was just looking at what the account was, but can you see this?
Was it a crazy poll or what?
They got a rare trader main in a shiny pack.
What?
Rare trader main. That is just
What the
crazy.
heck?
That
How
is
come that
just.
never happens to us?
I'm looking at these shiny packs. There's definitely something in the shiny packs that just,
It's
you feel like
not there in the
you feel like
rares or in the games.
you feel like opening a lot of these, but yeah, it's like you need to
See,
time it right.
yeah, see, I want right now, like my gut is telling me, or no, my brain is telling me, open a couple shiny packs. Last week when I did that, I did it off air, because someone was Otto's always the one who gets me to do it. Like Otto, you, and Clem are the ones that can get me to do it, and they're
Yeah.
posting. Otto was posting something like shiny packs are going crazy right now. I looked and seen that like the last 5 were good, at least like profitable, and so I ripped 2 in a row and got wrecked. So total of 3 wrecks last week. So I
I'm
was
just
like,
looking
I'm
at
not.
that PNL on that pack is 0.34 ETH. What in like? But
Jesus.
then the last two have been negative, negative, negative,
Negative, yeah.
positive. Yeah, most of them be negative to be honest. But
Oh, I
yeah,
just now seen your post. How did I not see this before? I love seeing your the board is back, or the board, looking at
yeah, I
4-star
like
options for this week. I have 2 of the 4, and one of them I'm looking at grabbing, which I'm Davis. I mean, we don't ever hold alpha here, but Davis is who I'm looking to grab. I have a Gort. Someone was saying earlier they wanted to hear us say it anyways. A Gort or whatever, which I found out Gort's a guy because he does podcasts, I guess. I always
yeah,
thought it was a girl, and that was their actual PFP.
yeah. I
But
mean,
that was them.
they don't help us with the PFPs, right?
No, they don't. It's so
um,
crazy.
I mean, I would make a red. I'm just looking at the comments because I didn't know we missed a few.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
been
just
mainly around
noticed that.
packs. But yeah, do you wanna see my decks? I've built them all to
Yeah.
be honest,
Let's
but I'm
do
probably
them.
gonna delete them. Uh, Silver, I've kind of just gone safe. Like Apex is gonna be my key hero. Can you see he's in every deck?
Yeah. So
Uh,
you do think he's gonna do well this week?
yeah, I'm betting on Apex. The other 3 stars are okay, I guess, as well, but I don't think I'm gonna do well in terms of getting top 100. But I just feel like I'm playing a bit safe this week. Because I don't have, and to be honest, like what is playing safe this week? There's not many good 1 stars, 1 star, 2 star heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I've played a whole lot of decks in reverse over here, just mainly to hedge, and then make C, Emma Van Ness. I'm using my 5 and some commons in Elite this time, just
That's smart.
because I can upgrade him, but I don't know. I can't play a
I
decent
don't.
rare deck, silver deck.
I don't
So
think you're upgrading him. Like we talked
I,
about earlier,
I
I really like him as you having 5 because I think you're going to get more rewards in 5 decks than you would putting him in 1 deck, right? That 1 deck might do good, but if one of those cards do bad, but if you have him in 5 decks, it's really hard for, especially the way you built decks, to have 5 heroes do bad, right? And make sure all,
yeah,
like, if
I
that
think
makes sense.
I think what I'm planning is play him when like the weeks where maybe Maxi and Eva Van Ness are not like 1 stars together. Or even when there's multiple like I think if once I pick up another good rare, then I think I'll probably do it because then I can put 2 good rares in one deck. Um, but yeah, Clemente I'm hoping does well. I think he said he is gonna push more videos. I'm pairing him with Nick this week. Um, yeah, I'm hoping he's. I think you're mute. I can't hear you.
I'm muted. I was dumb.
There we go.
I muted for a second because I had felt like I was gonna sneeze, and I didn't want to my sneezes sound
I'm,
funny,
I'm gonna
so I didn't
remove
want
mine
you guys to.
because you were doing your silver deck. Let's just see
Yeah,
what
let's
you.
do that. Um, so yeah, and then for those that know, I picked up one of him. Dude, this was a great buy of mine. Like I was so pumped that I bought this. Let's see what I bought him at. So at 0.056, so it's not as low as I thought it was. I'm glad I put my phone on silent. Now everyone's calling me. That was just a random number though. Okay, so silver. This is what I ended up putting in, and I'm really happy about this silver deck. So I have main, common, Gort, AF or Apex, um, CVB, and then a Luca.
Wow.
That's a good deck, yeah.
That's a solid deck. Yeah. So you're playing lower with your rares and potentially higher with
Because
your
I
common.
can't play. Like, watch this.
Do you
I
have a
can't
common
play.
Apex?
I do not have a common Apex.
I'm
I
pretty
should.
sure
I
you
need
do.
to. I think I got rid of him.
No, you don't. Yeah, I'd go. Yeah, I'd go with that because it's hard then because you don't have another
Yeah,
common.
because I don't have any. Like, this is what I was gonna do. We originally had this, and then, or wait, no, we originally had. Where's Apex? Where's Apex? Oh, Apex, and then I was gonna go. We said Clemente, but then I don't have. I can't play.
Wait,
Or I could go easy and him, but I
yeah,
don't like that
yeah.
as much. Or do you?
I,
Maybe I
I I
do.
like that well better. I'm gonna be honest, that is a lot better.
Yeah, because I have a high end rare.
Because the reason why is
I like this better.
that you need. I know having good commons is important, but your rares are ultimately will what kind of drags your deck into like the top 20, right?
Yeah,
Because they have
and
the
I still
multiplier
have this
attached.
guy.
And
So
Lucas.
basically, I'm trading. Or go ahead.
So what you're doing there is you're trading Guati, I think, and Easy
Yeah,
for Guati and Main for Easy and Clemente.
yeah, it's a way good trade. I'm
I
liking this
feel that
in.
trade-off is a lot better with what you got there, basically, because that's
Yeah,
what I was thinking before. Now maybe you can do another deck because now you have a 4-star and another
yeah,
Apex. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um,
Let's do that. Oh
I reckon
yeah,
you do
because
it.
we
I
go
reckon you do
here.
it.
Where's Apex? And then we can put. We want to lower end. I kind of
You
like.
got Bread Guy. Oh, that was a Monad version. I was like, what's that doing there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bread guy. Let's see. Bread guy, and then
10
that
again?
leaves us with 10. We
Ooh.
can't do it again.
Yeah, I'd say the rest of your cards you
Might be doing.
mm,
Well, let's see. What do I
maybe
have
do
for a
Leon.
low star?
Let's go Leon. Let's go Leon then and see what you can do.
And that gives me 11. I
11. Oh,
can't
you
even
need
do that.
12. You need 12. Wow.
Damn it. The
The only
bad
way
side
to
of having the cards I have.
the only way to do is BDB, but then it puts your silver deck at a bit of a risk, and then you got 2 6-stars, right?
Yeah, I got bread and
Yeah, it's a bit of a
no, I'm putting too many good cards at risk, I feel.
too many good cards at risk. I
And
feel
this could do really like if this was a bronze deck, I'd be fine with it, but like Guart's really good 4-star this week. Apex is a really good 3-star.
yeah,
I think I'm just gonna go one silver deck this week. Is that what kind of you're thinking?
yeah. I think one silver deck. I think because your inventory is a bit smaller, you kind of want to
Yeah.
spread your deck.
And oh yeah, and I had one of these in. This is what I had. I had him, and then where was it? I had it made and then I got rid of it. Or who else was it? Dang it, I can't remember. Oh, I had one of you in there, and then I think I went. Where's my 8-star you? No,
Okay,
that wasn't right because the score was higher than that. So what
you
did
can
I
risk
have?
BDB in that deck.
No. Who did I have? I think it was Bandit. Yeah, I think this was it. I don't like Bandit there because I think I could play him at gold and do better. Hmm. Who would you put in this? So elite deck because
Uh,
I have to use here,
I would
and
go
same with
with CL or Bandit, just because I think Bandit is gonna post, like
yes.
most
Let's see.
definitely. So, but I would
There
go
we go. I like
Bandit.
that. This still gives me. I
Okay.
think this will get it right around
Yeah,
that
yeah.
4,000 range that I need.
Yeah. That should do well. That should do well. Yeah.
And then gold. This is
God.
where I want to put my BDB.
BDB. I'd probably go. Do you want to get rid of one of your Yanos in here? Maybe? I don't know. Actually, Kaleo. I would say Kaleo you put in Elite, right? He's active.
Yeah,
You don't use him in here, right?
yeah,
Even Leon, Bandit Leon, you keep him for Elite. I'd go Vo.
yeah.
I'd go Vo because I don't know if you want to risk it in Elite. Maybe how many stars left?
Um, just 9.
9. Okay.
So
Go,
Mercury, and then Gwart.
go. Oh, okay. Wow. That's a
Well,
good.
no, is that a good deck? But like,
It's low
I
because
don't like
it's
her in there. I don't know why. I'd rather have him there.
okay. Yeah, I think that
I just don't know Vo because Vo like I don't think she. Vo, if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
watching this, I'm sorry, but I
yeah. I
I
mean,
just
I
don't
think that's
know.
fine. I think that's fine. I think you've got
Or
a.
do you like him over this? Like, I'm stuck.
Uh, I I feel like with gold, you kind of just go with heroes that play in the mid range. Rootify is quite solid. Gabriel Shapiro's good. I think because you've got two of them, you might as well.
So go.
Uh,
See, this is what I was thinking, is like trying to kind of compete in here, but I don't
yeah,
think
I
I
reckon
don't.
I reckon Elite's going to be heavily farmed this week, and you need good rares.
Yeah,
Do you know how usually like you've been doing in Elite, you've been doing well, right?
yeah.
Um,
It's
that's
gonna be
because, for
super
example,
farmed
like
this week.
Makesy 1 star, Pentoshi, Evan 1 star. But I'd recommend keeping an eye on how many entries there are in Elite before you commit to it.
There's gonna be. Is there a way to check that before?
The mod has something. I don't know how quickly it updates though, because I remember last time it wasn't updated. I'll probably have to check with him, but on his website, I think he does have something. But it's definitely going to be worth keeping an eye on that for sure. I like the idea of like 4 rares and a main in Elite. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you can probably get away
Um,
with another rare.
CL. Nah, don't get me high enough. I kind of like Quant here.
Yeah.
You like
No,
that,
I
or do
like.
you want me to go Ignis over Quant?
I'd go Ignis. I like
Nice.
spreading it out a bit.
Yep,
Uh,
Ignis over Quant. I like that.
yeah. So yeah, what I would do is just recommend you doing like a similar strategy, and then but keep an
Yep,
eye on how many entries are in Elite and stuff like that, right?
and silver and stuff. Yeah, heck yeah. I do
But
hear the booger eaters downstairs now.
same, yeah. I was
So
gonna
I'll
say,
pass it to you if you have any closing thoughts, and if not, we'll kind of wrap it there.
yeah, yeah. So like I said, the what do you call it? The team announced about tactics. Hopefully, we're getting that soon. Um, I'm looking forward to that. Aside from that, the I'll probably post an update on any sort of accounts that I'm private, anything like that. Um, aside from that, like I said, deck building is not going to be easy this week because there's not many low star options. But yeah, it's going to be. I think it makes for an interesting tournament because you kind of get when it's a bit predictable. You kind of gets a bit
Stale.
like you kind of gets a bit stale, right? You kind of know Makesy's going to post, and then you there's not much ways you can get an edge because everyone just needs to put 2 different cards in. However, next week it's going to be a bit more slightly different, which is nice to have.
Chaotic.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Like I said, I'm playing in bronze. I'm playing in every league. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, another good stream, over 600. Next week, I don't think we're getting a guest, but we have some exciting guests lined up in in May, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
so yeah, it's gonna be we're kind of gonna be pushing this out to different sort of ecosystems and stuff like that and projects.
Yep.
So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for everyone tuning in as well.
Yep. And we will see you guys next week. And as always, we'll talk to you on the timeline. Bye.
Bye.